evening, guys. We're going to go back over something we've already done today. I'm going to go back to identifying far-out terms and repeating patterns. And I know we just did a mini lesson on this a couple of days ago. But in my experience, it's a very tough skill, and one that even when you can understand watching me do it, can still be a pretty tough thing when you have to do it. And so I just want to go over it again in hopes that it sticks and serves you well when we get to our tests and stuff like that. So just to remind you what I'm talking about, a couple of days ago we did a lesson where this was one of the examples. Samantha's class goes through a rotation, 4-day specials rotation that we used to have, and what will they have on the 100th day of school? And we solved that knowing that this was a 4-day rotation, means the multiples of 4, like the 4th day, the 8th day, and so on. The multiples of 4 in a 4 repeating pattern are always going to be that innovation special. And since we knew that the 100th day, that's a multiple of 4 because 25 times 4 is 100, meaning 100 is the 25th multiple of 4. So it means since the 100th day is a multiple of 4, it will also be that innovation special. And actually we can even tell it'll be the 25th time they go to the innovation special. So I just want to do a couple more examples to hopefully help this stick with you more. Because even after you've seen it once, it can be hard to remember. So let's do this. The cafeteria serves breakfast at our school in a 5-day rotation. So day 1, they do a pizza bagel. Day 2, they do a chicken biscuit. Day 3, pancake sausage. Day 4, sausage biscuit. Day 5, donut cup. And then they repeat this over and over and over again. It says, breakfast will they serve on the 115th day of school? Now, it would be really obnoxious to just count and be like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I don't want to do all that all the way up to 115. So I want to use the fact that it's a repeating pattern and a 5-day repetition to find the answer. So what that tells me is, since it's a 5-day rotation, I can use the multiple of 5 to figure out the answer. I know day 5 is going to be a donut cup, so is day 10, so is day 15, and so is day 20, and so on. All the multiples of 5 are going to be donut cup days. I don't know, I can't do that with 1, 2, 3, and 4. All I can tell is that days, the multiples of 5 are going to be the donut cup. It does not mean that the multiples of 4 are going to be a sausage biscuit, because the next time they have a sausage biscuit is going to be day 9. That is not a multiple of 4. It does not mean that day 3 is going to be, the multiples of 3 are going to be a pancake and sausage day, because the next day they're going to have those is day 8. That's not a multiple of 3. The next day they're going to have this is day 7. That's not a multiple of 2. And if you try to do multiples of 1, well, that's every single number. So this only works, if it's a 5-day rotation, this only works with the last one in the list. The multiples of 5 are going to be donut cup days. 115, multiples of 5 are easy, right? Because we know that they all end in 5s and 0s, right? 5, 10, 15, 20. And so this is a multiple of 5. 115, because it ends with a 5. So I know that that's going to be a donut day. And I could start from there. 115th day will be donut. 116th day will be pizza bagel. 117th day will be chicken biscuit, and so on like that. I lucked out here. This is a multiple of 5. And so is this, and so that one was pretty easy to do. Didn't even have to do any division or anything like that. All right, open your math notebook. Let's do one together. Let's do this. Real story here. So some of my best friends, they have 3 kids who are triplets, all born together. Their names are Annalise, Ella, and Cameron, and they really did just get a dog on October 1st. So what they do at their house is they rotate whose job it is to walk it. The first day, Annalise walked it. The second day, Ella's going to walk it. The third day, Cameron walked it. And then they repeat. 4th day, Annalise. 5th day, Ella. 6th day, Cameron. And then they repeat. 7th day, Annalise. 8th day, Ella. 9th day, Cameron. And so on. Who's going to walk the dog on December 1st? Okay, there's your question. So let's think that through. I'll give you a second to write it down if you want, and then you can unpause. So they're going to have this dog all of October, all of November, and then I want to know who's going to walk it on December 1st. There's a lot going on in this question, huh, right? So October has 31 days in it. Halloween's the last one, October 31st. November has 30 days in it. And then we're also going to have this last day is going to be December 1st. So all together, when they get to December 1st, that will be the 30, 60, 61. That'll be the 62nd day that they have this dog. So I really want to know who's going to be walking the dog on the 62nd day that they own it. All right, and so here's how I figured it out. So there are 3 kids. And that means this is a pattern that repeats every 3 days, 3-day repeats. Oops. Right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And so in a 3 repeating pattern, the third one is the magic one. I know that on all the multiple of 3 days, Cameron's walking that dog. He's walking it on day 3, day 6, day 9, day 12, and so on and so forth. So Cameron is always the one walking the dog on the multiples of 3. So I need to find a nearby multiple of 3 to the 62nd day and figure that out. So I don't know if 62 is a multiple of 3, but there is an easy one nearby. So I'm dealing with multiples of 3. So I know that 3 times 20 is 60. That's a multiple of 3. That's the 20th multiple of 3. That's really close to the day I'm looking for. That's why I did it. 3 times 20 gets me the 60th. So Cameron is walking it on the 60th day. It's going to be the 20th time he walks the dog on the 60th day. So day 60, I know is Cameron because it's a multiple of 3. And look, I skipped all the way until I'm pretty close. So now I just repeat my pattern until I get to the 62nd day. Cameron walks it on the 60th day, which means we loop back to the beginning. Annalise walks it on the 61st day, and Ella will be walking it on day 62. So that's how I use the multiples of 3, since it's a 3 repeating pattern, to figure out who's going to be walking that dog on the 62nd day they own it. So Ella, December 1st, that's your day. All right, I hope a couple more examples have helped out. We'll do a you do together and a you do alone when you get here tomorrow. Hope you're understanding this. If not, if this is still pretty tough for you, watch these again, pay close attention, and make sure you're proactive in doing your best to figure out how these things work. See you tomorrow.